Thank you to the replay crew. Thank you for those who will be here in the live later on. Hey, Tanya. And if you circle back. So I do appreciate that. I'm going to do the intro, give YouTube time to do what it does, and hopefully it'll do what it does and notify people. So I'm going to put on some lip oil and do the intro. And today is a troll play look. Hey, Janet, a request from Michelle. She wanted a cheetah print look, and I thought of the high fashion look that I did for the program when I had the print here on just one side of my face. Surprisingly, what she thought of for the cheetah was when I did the shading, hey Lock, with Makeup by Mario, when one side had the shading and one side was kind of grayish and just had a few spots, and I did the thing on the nose. That's what she envisioned being the cheetah, and also just adding print. And so I was just like, I don't know. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll do the intro because I'm excited and I had caffeine. So this is the look that I print. It's in black and white because my printer's a black and white printer. Hey Michelle, yeah, I'm showing why I was surprised at your interpretation of the cheetah look you wanted me to do. And so this is when I did the Makeup by Mario. And so what she envisioned was, and I kept thinking this side of my face just with print, and she did say she really liked the nose, but after further clarification, this is the side of the face that she really liked, and still just adding the print. So I was kind of like, so it's going to be some semblance of that, because y'all know when I do things, I just keep making it my own. I did look up some other pictures, and these two I really liked as well. And so we are going to do still the one side of the face thing, but I really liked the print that she did here. And I did have this on one on one side under my nose. And this one I like too, because this is what I call a split face. Y'all know I love doing half the face one way and the other half with all the other graphic stuff. But I'm not sure though if we're going to do all of that, because when I did it, we didn't even do the lines. We just did half the face. And so, hey Janessa. And so I really do like this one though. But it is going to be this nose because she really did like this nose. So that's one of the pictures. And another picture that I really liked, which isn't going to be it because we are going to do a split face, was this picture. And what I liked about this one was the nose, how this came down and over the lip. But so this is what we're doing. And I am excited. Yeah, Michelle, seriously though, like this side threw me off, and I do really like it, but it doesn't say cheetah to me, and it doesn't have to say cheetah to me because this is your request and that's what you said, so that's what we're going to do. And for those who are watching, who are new here, getting to pick or request a look is one of the membership perks. And so if you're watching what I'm doing, any video, and you're like, oh, I would love to see her do such and such, becoming a member is a way to do that. It's $2.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. There are other perks. Clicking join does not join you. It shows you the perks, and then if you do want to join, you have to click it again. So that's that. So we're going to put on the City Beauty. Y'all would think that they didn't send this to me and I paid for it. I'm trying to get every little last bit out of this. The PAO did pass in October 20th, but we're still using it. It's just a little bit left. This stuff feels so good. So hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy nation of YouTube. The crazy knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel obligated to try a certain brand or a certain technique or a certain tool because that's what they're telling you in whatever video you're watching. You do what you want to, whatever tools, whatever technique, use whatever makeup you want to use to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Listen, everyone, and remember, love yourself for who you are and for how you look. even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's what we stand for here. Two things about me. I apologize for this light you see, like right here. I just put my mirror over here, so that's what's creating that. Once I finish with the foundation, I will move this, which is what I move in front of my tripod, because usually that's where the mirror goes. But after we do the foundation, we're going to move that onto my stool and then move the mirror closer, and so hopefully it won't have a shadow or a glare. So as promised, you jumped on the new drastic palette for $73. How'd you get it for $73? Congratulations. And from where? Like from thank you, like from Natasha's site or from Sephora? Because you know I got a link for both of them. So where did you get it from? I too have purchased, excuse me for smacking, the dramatic palette. I set my alarm for 11:58. Tuesdays and Thursdays is when they have the $100 gift card available for redemption sometimes, because they only have like a limited amount, which I think is just ridiculous, because it's like you spend money, you earn points, and then you go to redeem your points from the indie site. It was a shop pay deal. Okay. And so you buy stuff, you earn points, and then when you go to redeem them for the gift card, it expires in 90 days. And I'm like, that is so freaking stingy. Like, it's your money. Like, why are y'all anywhere? And so I was able to snag one, because I've tried in the past, like not like for this one today, but before, where I would go on there and I'm like, okay, I don't see it on here. And sometimes it would pop up at like 12:20, but it was actually there at 12. And so, and it was during one of my wake up. Well, I set my alarm, so I wasn't fully alert. And I was like, you know what? Let me just get the palette. And you do have to spend the $100 in one shopping trip. Whatever's left over, you forfeit. Stingy. Sephora, stingy as hell. I redeem points that I paid for with purchases to redeem it for a gift card that expires. And if I don't use it all, hey Alexandra, and if I don't use it all in one shopping trip, the balance is forfeited. Like, that's just ridiculous to me. But anyway, so I ordered that, and that was $82. So that left me with $18. And I'm like, oh, okay, what can I get? So I got a mini House Labs lip oil, because I'll put that in my kit. I don't like how the applicator thing works, because it's too tight trying to get it out. But since I'll be using lipstick applicators, that'll work fine. And so it came to like $98. So I did that today, and then I went back to sleep. And then I received the email notification that my Makeup by Mario was delivered from Sephora, and I'm like, what? And yeah, it was outside my door. So I got that, opened that. Then I got back in the bed to finish sleeping. So it's been a busy day here, even though I've been like half asleep for most of it so far. Yep, and you cannot return and you cannot exchange. Locke, you are absolutely right. You cannot return, you cannot exchange. I just don't understand. That whole system is just, they just stingy. They are just stingy. And so what I always do is, except for this one, this purchase, I'll just purchase backups of something that I know I love, because if I don't like it, I'll be stuck with it. So it is just ridiculous. But anyway, so that'll be here the 15th. And my last Makeup by Mario, that last bronzer I ordered, that should be here the 15th as well. This side has a peak right here, and the other side does not. Okay, so somebody's talking about car. Let me back up. Hopefully we don't have a Joe from a Thursday in here tonight. Hope everyone's having a better day than me. Our car broke down coming back from visiting my grandfather. Oh my gosh, how is your grandfather doing? Oh, car trouble. Yeah, those aren't good. Your husband is working on it. It broke down about 15 minutes from home. At least you were close to home. When I moved, I got the AAA plus, because I'm like, there's nobody to call to come get me. So, and that one I think is good for like 200 miles or something. And I know I'm down in Baltimore sometimes. You know, I got the dramatic. Morgan Turner did a video. She compared it to Biba. The dramatic one is very close to Biba. And so when my Biba dies, that's when I'll start using the dramatic and or use the dramatic for my kit. I am not going to get the soft one. I'm not going to get that one at all. And there were some overlap with the darker shades, not dupes, but very similar between the darker shades from the soft one and, excuse me, the dramatic one. And it makes sense because one is for lighter, fair skin tones and one is for darker skin tones. And so it does make sense that there is an overlap. But so that's a good video to watch because she does swatches of each palette and she does swatches against each other and she did swatches against the dramatic and Biba. And I'm like, oh. So dramatic will be the new Biba for me whenever my current Biba dies, which might be like next summer. The PAO is in October, and for me it takes close to 3 years for Natasha's formula to start changing for me anyway, the way it swatches. And if I push it and keep using it, eventually it'll start irritating my lids. So like close to the 3-year mark, which is still like hella good. And I love, of course, it's a 24-month PAO. So 2 things about me that I forgot to mention. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. And the other thing is there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I try to be aware of it to say, excuse me. Sometimes, though, 1 or 2 will get past me. Y'all, that last live was horrible. I was, like, belching and stuff like crazy, and they were loud. I was like, what is happening? What is happening? Dramatic kind of reminds you of bronze. Really? It doesn't quite remind me of bronze. It is more of the metallics in the dramatic one than in the soft one. Or shimmers or whatever you want to call them. Okay. All right. We have a lot to do, and this is your look, so you'll still see a lot of it. Yeah. So, what else was I going to tell y'all about? Oh, I wrote down who's supposed to be letting us know how many eyeshadow palettes y'all got. Yeah, I did. Thank you for the thumbs up already. This brush is stained. I think I noticed it when I washed it. We'll use that today. Here's a tidbit, y'all. I didn't have anything going up for Monday. So I decided I was going to do a Pinsies giveaway because my second Pinsies order came yesterday. You counted good. I have a list. I'm going to call out names. Not only does she curse, but if you try and troll outside of the crazy trollation, you will be cursed out for reals with a Z. Oh my gosh, Locke. That just was like, and then I'm like, did I really do that? Like, oh my, like I was shocked. I was like, I really did. Wow. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, did I really just do that? I'm looking at my brows. And yeah, I really did that. Ironically, oh, that was quick, Michelle. Ironically, someone, and I doubt it was the same Joe. It was someone with Joe something, something, something in the name, and they commented on a couple of my shorts, and they made a request. I said, you need to join a membership for that, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, is that the same Joe? But I don't think so, because I know after I removed them, Janet hid them, and when you hide someone, they'll still see their stuff on their end, but like me and no one else here on our side will ever see it. So I'm like, no, that can't be the same Joe if Janet hid them, because it wouldn't pop up at all. Like they would see it, but we would never know. And so that's an option if somebody is I'm commenting, whatever. Yeah, we cool, but I don't want to hear your voice type of thing. Okay, that cannot be the same Joe if she hid them, because hiding can be permanent. You can put someone on a timeout, which is different than hiding someone. So I was like, note to self, don't get on her last nerve. Like, I don't know what, I shot my damn. I'm gonna blame it on the cat. I can't say the alcohol. I'm gonna say that was the caffeine. That was just friggin' nuts. So we're gonna call out the names. That was so crazy, Lock. Oh my gosh. Oh, you would roughly count. Oh, after making tacos, I saw tacos. I'm like, what tacos? Hopefully, be my time. You do the roll call. I'm gonna do it now. So if y'all didn't count, y'all near y'all station, you can. So the name we had, I wrote them down tonight because I had it in my phone. Lock, yes. Tanya. I need to go this way because this side my bag look bigger. Dawn. Is Dawn even here yet? Why am I thinking I did the... No, she's not here yet. All right, so when you watch the replay, Dawn, how many pallets you got? Janet, I did say Janet, but then I said Janet gets a pass. Oh, Tanya got 2. Where's my pen? You got 234 pallets? Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Oh, wow. Tanya, don't buy no more pallets the rest of this year, please. Because there's no way they're all getting used. Unless you pick a shade from like 10 different palettes for each look. Like that. Not counting your Natasha. So you, Tanya, you need to go on a eyeshadow palette no buy. 245 without ND. That's the note I'm putting for you, Tanya. And I'm putting these notes because I'm going to follow up on y'all. I'm holding y'all accountable. Tanya, Locke has a video request. No, she cannot buy. Don't say that. Retract that. Delete that comment. Because even showing them, it's like, are they getting used? Y'all know I have this thing with using our makeup. You wrote yours down. You will go look now. Okay, Alexandra. I appreciate y'all playing along with this because y'all could have been like, I ain't doing that. But I really appreciate that y'all really like, okay, we're going to do it. Tanya. So Locke requested that you do a collection video. And I'm sure, and I know I've been asking Dawn to do that because I know Dawn got a lot of stuff too. So yes, official request from Locke. I'm going to write that down. Locke requested a collection video. Yeah, I'm taking notes. We hold each other accountable here. Hey, Hayward, how are you tonight? We do hold each other accountable here. Especially since y'all were so nice to play along. Most of yours are collectibles. You don't use them. So do a collection video and say, these are just collection items that I don't use. And here's all the palettes I do use. You can split it up that way. Oh my gosh, Tanya. I don't even know why I'm surprised because I know you shop like 3-4 times a week. I'm just... Oh, your singles don't count unless you have them in a palette. Like how I have my lethal BYOPs in a palette. Your internet is awful, says Michelle. Oh, that sucks. And tonight is your look. Shit. I don't know what I thought. I don't... All right, let me... I'm saying let me do something like I'm going somewhere. I ain't going nowhere. So we pulled out a white eyeliner because we're going to do black, not a black because black irritates my inner rims. We're going to put a dark brown on inner rims. We're going to put the white underneath, and then we're going to put and then we'll just do a dark brown underneath of this because I don't want to put the matte black paint pot under there. You did, but if you still want to play along, that would be appreciated. And the reason for the pass for you, Janet, is because you declutter. You have like an ongoing declutter system. Like you'll use stuff and then you'll get rid of it. Then you'll buy something else and then you'll get rid of something else. And so that's why I gave you a pass because you don't hoard your stuff. You know, you use it and then you let it go. I'm gonna grab my lotion. Oh, and so that's why Janet gets a pass. But if you still want to, you can. But you do have a pass because you do use your stuff and they accumulate easy and quickly because you keep shopping. Like if you didn't shop, like the number wouldn't go up. You saying it like it's the palace fault. They accumulate easy and quickly. You did it. Tanya. Oh, my word. My word. King like Tanya, I got you. I got you beat. Oh, hey Brian, how are you? You missed something. Tanya has 234 palettes, not counting her Natasha Denona, because I wrote a list last live stream of who I wanted to count how many palettes they have. You'll count the ones you haven't tried yet, and then you can tell me I don't. But you're always decluttering. Excuse me. Monday, I don't have anything going up Monday. I didn't have a live stream planned. I've been planning the member request troll play videos for Tuesdays. So Monday I looked, I'm like, we don't have any video going up on Monday. So we're gonna do a live stream. Can you complain with the balance? I love the journey that you're on, Michelle. I really do. I'm really proud of you because I know it's hard and it's yeah. And those videos I sent you, it's like, yeah, this is, it's not easy. It's not easy. And so I am proud of you for taking on that journey. Tanya, wait a minute, Tanya. You saying if you dust them off. Okay, first of all, Tanya, when people have collector's items, they keep them in pristine condition. So why are yours dusty? That's like an art collector and all their stuff is dusty or in boxes in the basement. Collectible stuff is stuff that people have and they periodically look at or they put on display or in like a curio cabinet or something like that. How they dusty if they collectibles? That don't sound like collectibles to me. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm just busting your chops, Tanya. I'm trying to understand. But so we didn't have any. I know. Okay, first of all, within the POC community, they say you know something bad is coming when they start counting. When it's like first of all, and then second, and then so it's like okay, first of all. The collector's items, they keep them in pristine condition. Tanya said, girl, they are all over everywhere. I don't understand that. Like, if something's a collectible, how is it just everywhere and they're all dusty? Like, okay. I do love you, Tanya. I do. So let me just... Janessa says she's feeling attacked right now. Me too. Can I get a pass, Professor? Oh no. But see, Janessa has a forever pass. I don't know if Janessa wears makeup every day, but when she does, and her photo shoots, and she be going away and doing this and doing that, and parades and shows and theatrical stuff. So that's why Janessa has a forever pass, because Janessa wears a lot of friggin' makeup. And how did she say it? I don't wear one blush, I wear 6 blushes. Like, she be wearing her makeup. Maybe not every day like I do. And I actually... The look I did the other day was my first look since August 31st, and I ain't done makeup since the last live on Tuesday. But, so Janessa has a forever pass. Locke, you use your stuff pretty regularly, too. I'll say no to a pass for you, Locke. And, of course, none of y'all have to play along. Like, y'all don't have to play along. But I do know, Locke, that you do use your stuff. Because I see your videos, and I know you do. Yeah, you slather it on like this. Alexandra says, but honestly, since the car broke down and work and kids, I haven't had the time to recount. Okay, we got time. That's why I wrote notes on the list. We're going to come back. So today is September 11th. I hate this date because of what happened on that date years ago. Janet, I don't believe you, Janet. 54? Are you being serious or are you joking? Because Alexandra has 73 singles, and we're not even counting singles unless they're in a palette, like my lethal BYOPs. Because I could say that's 12 singles, but it's in one palette, you know. At least 200 palettes. You got gifted about 20 in the past month, and bought about 8. The last time you wrote down total count was 143. All right, so Alexandra at least 100. So I didn't have anything for Monday. And my second Pensies order came in because they had a gift card sale, $35 for a $50 gift card. And if you spent over $105, you got a gift box with 4 different seasonings in them, the small ones. So I did that. I ordered 3 because y'all know I usually do get the gift card. So I spent $105. I got a 2-ounce granulated garlic for free and the gift box for free. And that sale ended on the 2nd. Well, like on the 5th or something, get another email. They're having the same friggin' sale. I think it's a different gift box though. $35 for a gift card. I purchased 3 and I got the free box. And I didn't even open them. So both of those boxes, I did open them, but I did not empty them out. So both of those boxes, I'm looking at them right now on my kitchen counter. So we're going to do our Pensies haul. I did schedule it yesterday. We're going to do a haul and a giveaway in the same video, and I'm sure it's in the title, and the rules are already there, but this is what you'll need to do. For whatever reason, it seems to take forever for when I rewatch a live to see the comments show up. So what you're going to need to do, and I think I did write it in the rules, is after the live converts to a video, which it happens automatically after it's over, go back and comment and answer the questions. It is a two-part question like always. Go back after the live is over and make sure you answer both of the questions. The biggest thing for Replay Crew, you have to be subscribed before that airs. And so you kind of getting a heads up now that if you're not subscribed and you come visit me often, go ahead and subscribe if you think you're going to want to be eligible for that. So that's the tidbit for y'all that's here right now. And I'm excited about it because them boxes, the one came like last week and the other one came yesterday. And I'm just like, they're just sitting there. And the boxes is kind of big. So I'm like, these got to go. Oh, okay. Sound boy. 54 you haven't tried yet. Well, what we're going to do, Janet, we're going to wait till you give us a complete number. So I'm not even going to write down 54. I'm not even write that down. We want a complete number. I appreciate y'all playing along. Because you know what, it does feel like we're family here. It really does. And so I appreciate that y'all are like, okay, she's telling me to do this. I'll play along. Oh, we love you too, Michelle. Holy moly, you just posted about the Sigma Cool. I don't even know what to say anymore, Tanya, because I don't want you to feel like I'm being hard on you. How you gonna ask Janet? They still in the boxes. Where are you? You talk about you don't even know where half of your stuff is. Tanya, I will say this though. Tanya, you're funny. You are funny. You are funny. Oh my gosh. Unpacked and swatched, but waiting on the dining room table to use. Okay. All right. So that's our tidbit for a live stream on Monday. So I didn't write down Alexandra's number. She said at least 200. I put down at least and never put the number because then I'll circle back to the Penzi stuff. Tanya. All right, so Locke is left. Dawn, when she comes in, if she did I miss her? And Janet's going to come back. But you do have a pass, Janet. You do have a pass. Tanya's funny. I remember her saying she wasn't going to shop Ipsy because she had self-control. Tanya don't have no business self-control. Not when it comes to makeup, I'll say. She tried to deflect when she was like, okay, Janet, still in the boxes, question mark. Tanya be deflecting for real. Oh my gosh. And every time I see one of your posts, Tanya, something you bought, I'm like, that's my girl. She's still shopping. Oh my gosh. And I'm just checking comments. Oh my gosh, y'all. You know, Dawn ain't here because I'm number one. You know what? That's a good point and a good observation. Yeah, because as soon as she come in and say hi, she's like number one, like that. And I'm like, how did that happen? So, so for that look, surprisingly, and some of y'all were surprised too, that shading I did with the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette. So we're going to use this again. This is what we used to do the shading. We used the black, the gray, we used the brown. And I think we use this one. This is like a multi-chrome. This is one of those. I don't know how to describe it because it looks white with multicolored shimmers in it, but it takes on its own color. And I think we may have used one of the grays. These two show up the same on me. Maybe on someone else they don't, but on me we do. So we're going to use this again today. But let me put on some concealer and foundation. I did put the eye cream on. Okay. For some reason, I feel like I want to put on foundation. I'm concealer under my eyes, too. I want to also see if the NY12 will cover this. It does oxidize when it's on my skin. It doesn't oxidize over foundation. Because I was wanting to just go and just try to shade match and just get one that'll match under here without me having to double up like I do. Okay, Alexandria. You actually have another declutter soon. You declutter quite frequently. You really do. And that's why you have a pass. But this is the primer. And the reason I decided not to get another concealer is because I already have backups of the NY12, which is the one for here. So I'm like, I'm not going to bother. I'm trying to find another one because then I would have to either give these away, the unopened ones away, or put them on Macari. But the thing with Macari, you have to know how to price it, because if I price it full price and shipping, it's like they can just get it new at the store. You know what I mean? So I decided I'm going to keep them and I'll just double up. But I do want to see how it's going to look over here once it oxidizes. This is NY11. I love how this looks under my eye. Janessa, I'm probably going to send you the NY10. No, the Y10, which is what I used to use under eyes, but I like the NY11 better. And I know it's not your shade, but I know you know how to make stuff work. And so I do feel good about sending you that one when I send your other palette. I need to do that soon too. So this is the NY12. And so we're going to see. Did I just hit my nose? I sure did. I don't know if I remember smelling like that before. It doesn't smell rank. It doesn't smell rancid. But I don't remember smelling it at all before. And I opened this in January, and the PAO is 12 months. And so this should be good. So January 2026. Make sure I'm not missing comments. Are we going to get into this look? 58. So 58 you didn't. Janet, total number. And you can have it for next time. We'll be back here on Monday. Cool. I'll play around with it and see what I come up with. Play around with it. The number is what the number is. Oh, I get it. I get it, Janet. If you don't like the numbers, it's fake news. And you're going to just have somebody else bring the numbers to us. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to fire whoever counted and put somebody else in to give you good numbers? See what they come up with. And what's ironic is that he fired that lady, put a loyalist in her place, and the number's still shitty. And I'm just like, dude, it's not the person, it's the damn statistics. And I don't know if it was MSNBC or CNN, but they explain why the numbers fluctuate, because they go off of estimations for like a certain quarter, or like the last 3 months. But then once those 3 months pass, then they go back and look at the numbers, and it's like that's what the real numbers are. So the first set of numbers, the first few set of numbers are always estimates. That's the number they have at the time, but that whole time frame has not passed yet. So that's why the numbers, you know, they're saying, oh, they're wrong. They're not wrong. That's what it is at that time. And so that's what that's about. Because they were like, well, how do they change? Those are the wrong numbers. Like, how do they change over time? Because over time, that's why. See, this is too dark for me. But this part of my face is darker than the rest of my face. And how the NY11, how that blends into my complexion, this doesn't, and it oxidizes. And I think that's why, now that I'm doing it again now, I'm sure that's why I was putting it on top of my foundation, but then I would have to go, not have to, but I would go back and double up. Yes, Michelle. I am so proud of Michelle, y'all. She's on I don't want to say a conscientious consumer journey, but that's kind of what I'm going to call it, because when she talks in her videos about, you know, and she says this in the video, so I'm not like telling her business. Well, that y'all wouldn't know if y'all didn't watch. Well, if y'all watch the videos, y'all would know, but she got to a place where she was like, this is too much stuff and it's overwhelming. And I've heard other people kind of say the same thing, like when they get so much stuff, it just becomes overwhelming. Like, I have too much stuff. It's everywhere. You know, I'm not feeling good about it. It's just too much. And so she's on a journey to shop less and to use what she has. And so I'm really proud of her for that. And so I sent her, I actually did a beauty budget playlist, which I never had one, and I don't know why. I would just put those videos in my Let's Talk About It playlist. And so I did put the specific beauty budget videos in that playlist, and I sent her like the 3 most I thought would help her. But I did send her the overall playlist if she wanted to see the other ones. And I don't know why I never thought to just do a beauty budget playlist before. So thank you, Michelle, for for having me thinking about like, because I told her I would find them, and then I'm like, wait a minute, it'd be easier to find if they were in their own playlist. And so I have a lot of playlists, y'all, and so it took me some time. So I went to the Let's Talk About It from 2020 something to 2023, and then I had a Let's Talk About It 2024, and Let's Talk About It 2025, and so I went through all of those, and all the beauty budget videos and those I put into the beauty budget playlist overall. I didn't date the beauty budget playlist, so it's just going to be what it is whenever they were uploaded. And I really don't know why I didn't think to do that before. But anyway, so that is that. So I still, like, this still doesn't quite cover. You've been binging the playlist. This is the NY12 again. The collab I did with Swaggy B Beauty, her name is Blake. She's the one that really had me thinking about stuff. And so when I asked her to collab, she was like, wow, sure. And so when I did my video, she had either commented or messaged me like, I just do what I do and say what I say. She was like, I didn't think it had a profound effect on anybody. I'm like, it really did. Because it really changed my perspective about makeup and like usage and stuff like that. So now they look better, but I have on 2 layers under my nose. I think I'm gonna take out my eye primer. I'm gonna take out the paint pots. We have a brown, the one I use for not eyeliner, eyeshadow base is Groundwork. We also have Contemplative State, and we have a gray one which is Midnight Snack. These 2 are fluid lines. They're designed to be eyeliners. They can be used as eyeliners or shadow bases. The paint pots are designed to be shadow bases, but you can also use them for eyeliners. And I do use them all interchangeably. So I'm going to move this and then the black one. Let's move the mirror closer. That's better. I'm still seeing a shadow. And this is weird how it like that's kind of strange to me, but I don't know. So, and I watched I've been attempting to watch the ones the 3 individual ones I sent you. The first one I kept falling asleep. I finally finished that one today because I was watching it like that's some good stuff. As if I'm not the one that did the video. And so I still have the other 2 to watch. And also, y'all, I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do for Vlogmas this year. And I can say this for sure, and I think it's because of the economy. My numbers, like as far as view time and watch time, were so much better in like 2023, 2022 and 2023. But since 2024 started in 2025, like my numbers are drastically different. And so I'm just like, I do think it's because of the economy, because people are just not happy about much. And I do understand it. You know, I think more people now are depressed and stuff like that. So I can still see this under my nose. So I've been thinking of maybe recycling some of the Vlogmas ideas that I did last year. And Vlogmas is not until December. I've been just thinking. And it's ironic, I think ahead, but then there's stuff I need to do day to day that doesn't get done. You know? So that's weird. So we're going to pat this down. We're not going to do blush or anything like that because we're going to put shadow on the face. I am excited for this to see like what happened. I am excited. So thank you, Michelle, for this request. I have your other request in my calendar. I think I need to get a notebook to put requests in because I just end up with sticky notes and then I'll just like put it like on a notepad. I'll just put a long note. But then what happens is it ends up looking messy because as I do the looks and I'm crossing stuff off, like I don't like how it doesn't look neat anymore. So I'm thinking of getting a spiral notebook, which I don't like, or one that has perforated edges. So then as I do the look, I can just tear the page out. I don't like when stuff doesn't look neat. And so that's what I think I'm gonna do, because I got like little notes not everywhere, but there's like 2 places in particular I have notes, and also in my calendar to make sure I don't. Yeah, you do. And I do have your 3rd request in my calendar to put in my notes. And we have your other one scheduled. Notoriously Morbid Rusted Essence number 3. I think that's next Thursday's live. I'm not sure. No, because I've been scheduling the members' request for Tuesdays. I do have that one already scheduled. Oh, I forgot about that one. No, that is the one I wrote down. Yeah, I believe that's the one. Let me just write it down again. I do remember now that you said that. I'm going to write it down on the back of my list of homework assignments that I'm waiting for y'all to bring in. I think that is the one. That is the one I wrote down. Cheetah Stitch. I can say these are things I wouldn't have thought of. And so I do appreciate it, because also it helps me to be creative and do stuff I normally wouldn't do. And I don't even watch cartoons. So I'm like, Lilo, and just like the person said, what'd they say? Pikachu. I said, what's Pikachu? Like, I didn't know what Pikachu was. So I do appreciate these requests, because it does help me to do different things. All right, where am I? What am I doing? Okay. Inner rims. We're going to put this dark brown. I would love to use a black, but every black I've ever tried, this one is darker. This is from NYX. Every black I've ever tried irritated my eyes. It doesn't matter what brand. Yeah, this one is darker. This is from NYX. And we do not have a gray. I don't want to put, we have a silver though. We'll do the silver. I don't want to put the paint pot or fluid line under my eyes, because it is drying. It doesn't feel dry on my lids or my lash line, but for like the skin under here, it's a little drying. So we're gonna, this is NYX Professional Makeup Vivid Rich Mechanical Eyeliner, and the shade is, and it's retractable. The shade is Smoke and Topaz. We want to put this on. I prefer, this is a great alternative for the price, especially when there's sales at Ulta or at the drugstore. I do prefer the MAC ones though, because the MAC, the formula is a little more dry, but it's not drying. And so what that means for me is, and how it functions for me, is it lasts longer. Like within a few hours, the NYX, this area out here will wear off because my eyes tear, and this area in here will wear off. Where for the MAC, it does not wear off. I can have it on 10 hours, it does not wear off. And so that's why I do prefer that formula. Your results may vary, because everything doesn't work the same for everybody. And it kind of I let it annoy me slightly when people act like because it works for them, it's going to be the best thing forever for you. I'm like, everything doesn't work for everybody. If that was the case, it would be one makeup brand, one eyeshadow palette. It would be one of everything, because it works for everybody. So why would other brands need to do more? You know what I mean? Well, that works well for show and show. And you can tell by looking at reviews. Some people are like, oh, this is great. Some people are like, this is trash. Let me check comments. Okay, I'm not missing any, so that's cool. And you want Halloween, so I got to throw some orange or something in there, huh? Or can the orange just be the spots? What I'm envisioning, Michelle, is the whole face kind of like orangey or whatever, and just having the spots like on the perimeter of my face, and of course do something with the nose. That's what I'm envisioning for that. All right, prime the eyes. Prime the eyes. And I was thinking also for today, for the spots, to use that oil-based paint palette that Janessa sent me. The Mario look, I believe we used Inglot. And I do have all of those in my kit, and honestly, I just didn't feel like bringing them all out and then having to scrape it all off because of, don't double dip type of things. I said, you know what, I will just use these MAC ones and the oil paints. And this is what the oil paint palette was. And I used it before, and yo, this is really nice. This is really nice. This is really friggin' nice. And it's oil based, and so it is a different cleaning process for the brushes. You can't use detergent and water because oil and water don't mix. And so I had to use oil. And I had purchased some cheap olive oil, and it was cheap, but it was in like a huge thing. And I'm just like, I ain't gonna never finish all of this. But we may use some of these for the spots for today. Let me blend this out because this is getting dry already on my lids. I love to see you in a fairy godmother, Janessa. Excuse me. I'd be surprised if she doesn't have something like that already. Janessa's been doing what she's been doing for over, what, like 20 years, Janessa? Like, this is not new to her at all. Like, I've been just role playing, doing creative stuff here and there for the last few years, and I really just got, I don't want to say serious with it, but more so like, yeah, I want to do this more often in like the last year and a half or so. But Janessa's been doing what she do for over 20 years. And so I wouldn't be surprised if she has something like that. Yeah, this is dry already. What I suggest, Tanya, is look at Janessa's blog, because she posts pictures and stuff there too. Because for some reason, I'm thinking it's got to be something on there like that. Like, she is not new to the game. My eyebrows aren't even, but then neither side of my face is going to be the same, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I suggest going to her website, and it's listed in her description box. Because I just feel like she has got to have that, because she's been doing this for like so long. I'm gonna rock it. Yeah, she will. She rocks everything. So her photo shoots, y'all, I'd be like, damn. And I'm so excited when I was telling her about Creative Art with Her collab, and I'm like, you should start doing a collab. And so there were certain prompts. I would send her the prompt and be like, I'm sure you already have this look. And Leah does allow us to like recycle stuff. She's like, if you've done a look before, just for whatever, she's like, you can still, submit it for the collab, which I really appreciate. Because sometimes I don't want to miss a week. I did miss the last 2 weeks. When I was at the conference, y'all, my whole schedule just shifted. But sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want to do this, but then I'm like, oh, wait, I think I have a look that I can use for that. And so I do enjoy doing it, but and they're always due on a Monday. I don't even have anything for Monday. I really want to get more stuff done on my website, and that requires time and energy. Even the easy stuff is just so tedious and time consuming. Oh, Michelle's asking if you have. She's asking Janessa if you have a video of your makeup journey. I think she did a video before, not her makeup journey, but just her journey in general, because her journey is her life journey in a way, you know what I mean, as far as her doing drag makeup. And I do remember a few times like she did talk about that. But yeah, that might be an idea, Janessa, to be like, how did I do this? And I do remember some of it, and I know, because it was whatever video I did, where we self-condition and hate ourselves or something. And that really kind of, it hit a lot of people a certain way, like seriously. So it was one of the videos, not exactly, that's a good idea. I have some random videos about different experiences, but I should do one about your drag career. I think that would be really interesting. We're going to take this shade. And we're going to put that all over the lid. So I do know some of your story, but I'm not going to tell your story, Janessa. I'll let you tell your story. But why is this is shaking? When I'm going like this, I can hear it moving. This is an hourglass brush. I probably had it for 10 years. I've had some vivid experience. I am sure. I was going to do a video, when I go like this is when I can hear it. Y'all, I'm sure I've had it for at least like 10 years though, so I'm not at all upset, but I've never heard it moving before. I was thinking of doing a video on if I knew now what I knew then. No, if I knew then what I know now, like how would my makeup journey be different? But then as I thought about it, yeah, when I do this right here, I could hear it. And then I thought I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anything because it was all part of the learning process. And it's all how I got here. And so I'm like, okay, that's not a good video topic for me because I wouldn't change anything. The same with my life. You know, a lot of fucked up shit happened. But it happened. It's in the past. It happened. You know, I learned from it. I grew from it. I'm here. I'm somewhat okay. Because y'all know I'm a little touched. I'm a tad touched. But I wouldn't change anything. And I tell people I don't have regrets. I don't regret anything that I've ever done. I don't regret anything that's ever happened to me. Everything was a learning lesson. Even the really, when I do that, I can hear it moving. But when I do this, I don't. So maybe the bristles are becoming loose. I don't know. This is like throwing me off. So that's going to be that shade there. We're going to, yeah, I don't have any brushes out, y'all. I'm going to take this brush and I don't want to take this brown yet. I'm going to take this shade. In person, yeah, I was going to say it's darker than the one we have on, but it's kind of really not. And we're going to just put this, yeah, that's not making a difference. I'm going to put this right here. Yeah, this, this that ain't doing nothing. That is not doing anything. One of y'all help me out? Janet or Janessa? Because I don't want to go off again. I gave the benefit of the doubt and was asking a legit question, and that shit went sideways. I came out my neck. You know what Nina said? Nina said I said it with my whole chest. I don't want to do that again. Like, I really don't. And even though I kept laughing, I was just so thrown off. Like, did I really just fucking do that? Damn, like, you really did that. we're gonna take a lighter brown than that one. And this one is Sick Tap Bro. I kept laughing. And again, not because it was funny. I was just like, damn, did I really do that? Damn, I really did. Like, oh my gosh. I have never. I was going to say never cursed at a viewer, but someone commented, I might have been Nina, said that wasn't a viewer, that was an instigator. That's what the comment was. But I still was like, oh my gosh. Like, y'all know I do curse, but I don't curse at people. I might curse toward people. I'd be like, what that bitch did, da, da, da. But it's not like directly like somebody who's here. You know what I mean? Yeah, that really had me like, what the fuck? Is it bad? I kind of like you're going off. No, it's not. It's not bad at all because when I first got my new therapist, because the other one she left without notice. Without notice to me, I realized I hadn't heard from her in a long time for her to schedule me. And when I wrote in, they were like, "Oh, she's been gone. Let's start you over with somebody new." And so I asked him if cursing bothered him, and he was like, "Actually, I welcome it because sometimes those are the most real emotions." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Because if he was offended by it, I still would have cursed, but I would have been more aware of it and tried not to. But he's like, I actually welcome it. Because y'all saw I just went smooth off with my whole chest. I didn't even think about it. Now we're going to take the gray. I was like, the girls. I'm still in disbelief that I did it. I'm just like, what the fuck? Actually, we're going to take the white now. We have a MAC white and a NYX white. We're going to do the MAC over here and the NYX here. I just want to see the difference. And so we're going to put this under the brown. And because I got wrinkles, she's moving my skin, so I gotta kind of just go slow. I can't just go straight across because it'll just, my skin will just move and the pencil won't. Oh, that's nice. Then we're gonna take the NYX and put that on the other side. Yo, and believe it or not, I had forgot about it already until that comment. Oh, the comment that Locke made tonight. I had really forgot about it. It might be like subconsciously, consciously forgetting about it because I'm still, like, even now thinking about it, I'm like, damn, like I really did that. I just snapped. And when I watched it back, I was so pleasant. I'm like, well, you know what, Joe? Then I'm like, you know what, Joe? We're going to get rid of you. Like, I was so polite. Y'all done cursed at that person and then had the nerve to be nice. You know what we're going to do, Joe? And I really wasn't even mad. That's the thing. So I was like, you know what, Joe? We're going to get rid of you. So they do look the same. I wonder how many KK. I know I imagine she gets a lot. And that's one of the things that she said before. She said, oh, hey, Kay. We're talking about a troll I had the other day. And I actually cursed at the person. And I was like, oh, my God. Hope you kind of right. Oh, that's not bad, Locke. That's not bad at all. I'm going to write that down. 81. Hey, Kay, how you doing? Yeah, somebody, you'll see it if you watch it. But I cursed at somebody. And then, you know, we put them out of the Crazy Troll Nation. But I do remember Tanya K said before that she gets a lot of the not so good trolls. Tanya eyeshadow or... Yeah, I think she's talking about when I went off on that commenter the other day. My poor therapist didn't get that courtesy. I just started dropping all the colorful words day one. I missed it. The curse multitasking, LOL. Oh my gosh. It just was like so smooth. Like, and that's why I'm just like, what the fuck? Now we're going to put the gray. This is from NYX. We're going to put this under eye. Okay, this is a troll play. Well, this is what I call troll play, is when I just play around with different types of looks or different kind of shapes. And one of the members' request was, because channel members here get to make a request. She requested I do a cheetah print, but she wanted something specific because I did this look before. And she wanted me to do shading. She wanted me to do shading this side of the face. And then also do the cheetah print. And so this is what we're going to be doing tonight. And I was surprised when she picked the shaded side, because that does not say cheetah to me, and it doesn't have to, because that's what she wanted. Members here, if they ask for something, that's what they get. And so that just makes the white look, this is silver, but it looks white. I don't know why I thought it was going to look different. I'm wondering if I should put brown underneath again. But then I don't know if that would look funny. Since when do I care if something will look funny? Kay has a ton of active mind. Yes, you do. Okay, Locke. Yes, you do. Kay is big time. I be seeing her post. Thank you to, 161 new tribe members. I'd be like, I wish. But I do know that our content is different too. This side looks further down. Look, I got a black eye. This would be a good idea for a black eye look. That's what I think. When I went for my therapy appointment yesterday, I ran into that, I forget her name, y'all, and it's a shame. The brown skinned lady that does the white eyeliner. She's one of the receptionists there. She was like, hey, Dion, how you doing? That girl, I said, I'm okay, I'm here, so, what that mean? Because I was there for my therapy appointment, so I was like, I don't know how I'm doing. Okay, you probably have around 100 palettes, shadow blushes, bronzer. Oh, that's what you were asking for, eyeshadows. Yeah, just eyeshadow palettes. That's a good number, though. Wow. That's a really good number. I like that. Especially if that's like all the eyeshadows, blushes, and bronzers. Wow. I like that. We're going to do something else to the eyes, because looking at this picture. One side is darker, so we're gonna take this brown. That's a good number. Okay, Michelle. Well, you know we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here. We're gonna put this on the lid. It might not look how it normally looks, so we put it on shadow instead of on the primer. I put that first shade down though because I didn't want the primer to get dry and start creasing in my crease. So that's why we did that the way we did it. We're gonna leave this side light, which means I probably shouldn't have put that there, that color there. So this is the hourglass number 3, which I like because I can do a lot of space in a really short period of time. So it's great, Alexandria, that your husband can fix it, because I would have to go to a mechanic, but I am not mechanically inclined at all. My faucet handle came off again. They just fixed it like 3 weeks ago. My garbage disposal stopped working again last night. They just fixed that like 3 months ago, and so he came today and he was done in like 3 minutes fixing both of them. I'm like, okay. Now, one thing he told me before, because I was like, why did it stop working? Because I would turn it on, it would just go, and he said sometimes it just gets clogged up. So he said every now and then, you know, he said even if you just put dish detergent, you know, just let it run just a little bit so stuff just doesn't get caked up on there. And it's not like I throw greasy stuff down there all the time, so I'm kind of like, what? But anyway, that's what the man said. We're going to take this shade right here, and we're going to put that on the other eye. Oh no, Mario. I do like this palette though. I'm excited to get to the actual face part, because y'all know I love painting the face. So we're taking this all the way up. All the way up. I'll bring that out here. I'm gonna do that. I do want them to look different though, because each side of the face is going to look different. We went back to that dark brown, and I am using the same brush. I'm just turning it over from this dark brown to this side. This will do. This will do. Okay. But I want to do the nose first. And I'm trying to remember if I used a cream or if I just went ahead and used the paint pot. Let me do shadow first, and then we'll do the paint pot. So the shadow's just gonna, that is a good number. That is awesome, Kay. 40 to 50? What? That is nice. 37 miles instead of 60 plus. I got 2. But I'm not famous like you. We're actually going to take this gray, and we're going to bring that down. Okay, I like watching you on my big screen. I got a 50, no, I had a 55-inch TV, and it started acting funny, and I'm like, oh, hell no. And there was a good deal on one at BJ's, and so the one I have now is 65-inch. I love watching YouTube on my TV. And so I know I'll come into your lives and be like, I'm going to put you on my big screen. You're a movie star. Like, you need to be on the big screen. It is such a different experience watching videos on TV than on a phone or a tablet. I'll be sitting there like, wow, look at that. Look, if I say you, don't argue with me, girl. Okay? If I say you famous, you famous. Just be like, thank you. Or be like Michelle's daughter. I know. What did I say to Michelle's daughter that time, y'all? Oh, I said she had a pretty name because Michelle was telling me something her daughter was saying. She was watching my video. And I was like, oh, Michelle said she was showing me something. So I'm like, oh, that is so pretty. Thank you. And I'm like, you have a pretty name. Michelle said, she said, I know. I'm like, well, okay then. Okay. But it's like, all right. So just accept it. Just accept it. She's like, I know. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, little miss. Alrighty then. When I did the other look, I don't think I traced anything out. I think I just went for it and was like, fuck it. Like, whatever happens is what happens. When I traced it, though, as you can tell, well, I didn't do that one live. It does take longer when I do trace it. Because it's like you're doing it and then you got to go back and redo it with whatever. But because this is a member request, like, I do want it to be nice. Even though I thought that other one surprised me, especially using the Makeup by Mario palette for all of that. Y'all were like, I would have never thought. I would have never thunk it that was Makeup by Mario. I'm like, I know, right? This is like an ethereal eye, like glam palette, and I'm doing troll play type shit with it. We're gonna need this patchy because we're gonna put black on top of it. So this is the nose. Get inside my wide ass nostrils. Making sure I'm not missing comments. Are you doing a live tonight? Okay. It'd be like 2 in the morning. I'd be scrolling through YouTube, but I'd be like, I see Kay is live. I'd be like, let me click on it real quick and see what's going on. From on my TV. You are at 11. You do yours, right? It's in a few hours. Are you on the East Coast? All right. So I'm thinking, do I want to trace out? I don't think I want to trace out the rest of the face because I'm thinking I just want to just go for it. You know what I mean? Where's that picture? And we know it ain't gonna look like the picture. When people ask me for a look, I'm like, are you okay with it not being exact? I'm like, it ain't gonna be exactly like what that is. And they're like, oh, it's okay. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna trace out the side of the face. But what we did do was, we're gonna go ahead and do this side of the face. Sorry for what, Michelle? You ain't do anything. What we used for this side of the face, actually, I believe, we used this gray and maybe this shade. Because I do remember it was shiny. And the only thing with this is, because it's a smaller palette, it did take, can I get a bigger brush in there? I don't think so. This is going to touch the sides if I use a bigger brush. And my highlighter brush is not firm enough. Damn it. So what did I use for that? You know what I think I might have did? I don't know. I wonder. This will kind of fit in there. So we're going to take this gray. Kind of fits. And I'm going to put that here. I'm going to turn this fan off because it's blowing my papers. That's not the side I want. So I'm going to put this over here. South Tennessee. Is that East Coast? Yeah, that is East Coast. I remember driving through Tennessee, coming here to Delaware from Texas. Y'all, we made it from Dallas Fort Worth area. We made it from there to here in 2.5 days. And I had thought like 3 days, 3.5, 4 days, but it took us 2.5 days. Because we would get up, have breakfast, I would drive till I get tired, and then we would stop and have lunch, and then she would drive till she got tired, we would stop and have dinner, and then I would drive till we got tired, and then we would, stop off at a hotel somewhere, and then the next day get up and do it all over again. But we made it here in 2 days from Texas. And I said, I don't know direction maps, but I said from Delaware to Texas, from Texas to Delaware, I said, we just need to go north and east. And so that's what we did, north and east. And so that's how we got here, north and east. That's all we needed to know. I think I'm gonna leave that line right there, like that line of skin that you see. All right. So, other than that, I haven't been to Tennessee. Just roll through. There's a Christian rap group called Grits. They're from Tennessee. And no, I don't know them personally. One of them is light skinned, and he says something in one of his songs, and he's like, what does he say? He calls himself a light skinned gorilla. Something, something, something. I'm like, okay. Now we're gonna go with. We're gonna take this one, that one in the middle, that same brush. This is looking darker than the one I did before. But I'm using this one to get that shine. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm trying to think of that entire lyric. I can't, but that's the one part that stood out to me. He was like, I'm rocking, you feel it, light skinned gorilla, something, 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 something. And I was like, okay. Kay, I had an epiphany. My chosen family sister. I've been saying here on YouTube, anybody more tan than me. I've been saying that for years. And I had said something to my sister when we were at the conference, and she was like, sis, you're not tan. I was like, wait, what? She was like, I hate to be the one to break it to you, sis, but you are not tan. And I felt some kind of way. I really did. And I was thinking about why. And I think because I think brown skin and deep dark skin, I think it is just so freaking pretty. And I think I wanted to be there. And not so hate type of thing, whatever. And also my sense of color is, my color perception is kind of like, what the hell? And so I asked in the video, and people were like, yeah, you're not tan. They were like, I never thought you were tan. And I'm like, no, why y'all ain't freaking tell me? Y'all got me saying stuff that ain't true. But it's really what I thought. It's how I saw myself. But they were like, you ain't tan. It's like, damn it. Yeah, I really did feel some kind of way for a little while. Like, for real. But anyway, so this was kind of it on that side of the face. I did do some highlighting. We're going to take a highlighter brush. I'm going to take this shade. You thought you was tan too? You're more chocolate, like a milk chocolate. Like a milk chocolate. So we're just going to put the highlighter right here. Oh, where that? Right there. Damn. I want to do something else with this eye. Probably one of the first times ever I put eyeshadow as, no, what am I saying? I'm thinking this is a highlighter. I'm using it for eyeshadow. It is a eyeshadow, but I'm using it as a highlighter. That is pretty. That's this shade right here, y'all. Oh, this is nice. You know what I'm going to do too? I don't know if I like that. By the time we do all our spots and stuff. It's interesting. It's different and it's interesting. Sometimes I question if I like something because it's so different, but then when I look at it and accept it for what it is, I'm like, yeah, that's nice. All right. All right, let's get back to the nose. You're dark white now. That is funny. All right, let's get to the nose. We're going to take MAC's Pink Pot and Black Mirror. So we're going to take this Esom brush. I'm going to bring that down. And now I got quiet. I don't want to make this too thick up here. Looks like it's giving Lion King Cheetah vibes. And we didn't even get to the spots yet, Michelle. Oh, man. Lilo and Stitch. Lilo, what color is Stitch, Michelle? The one that you want me to do? And I know I'm going to have to Google it anyway, but just making conversation because I realize I'm being like really quiet doing this. I want this to be wider. Is Lilo is the blue one, right? What color is Stitch? Stitch is blue. I'm thinking, okay. Says me who didn't know what Pikachu was. Y'all, when this stuff dries, it dries. I know I'm quiet, y'all. You think? Get in the inside of my nostrils. Inside of the nostrils. Inside of my nostrils. I'll blow my nose and be like, why is it black? Like, oh. That's because my nostrils flare. If I had like a little pinch nose, I wouldn't have to paint inside of my damn nostrils. But I love my nose. Because we accept our features here at the Crazy Troll Nation. I don't want to go that far in. Do a little flare for you. So this more or less is the nose, I think. We're going to take that black. I still need to do eyeliner. I forgot for the last look we did. I forgot to put on eyeliner up the lash line. We're going to take the black from in here. And we're going to take this brush and tap into that. I want to widen this, but I don't want to put more paint pot on there to cover up that gray. And even I could do put more paint pot on it, but this is working out really well. I really like this palette. These colors in here are like very pigmented. Turn the brush around, pointy side down. I like that. This is a really nice black. It is so quiet in here. Y'all hear the fan that's over there. The one over here, I turned it off because it was blowing my papers. I like it. I like it. I like it. We're going to do our brows. I know I'm jumping around. I don't know what happened to me the other day, y'all, but this area right here is sore. Like this area right here. And every time I go to touch it, I'm like, what the fuck did I do? What did we say we want to do? Eyebrows. Yo, I don't know what's going on over here. We're going to do a black and a gray for eyebrows. And since we used this for black, we're going to use this one for black. We're going to use this one for the gray. We're going to do black eyebrow over here. Because this is going to be the shaded side of the face. This is just going to be regular side with just minimal stuff over there. And we are going to do some spots around the nose. Eyebrows. So one side of the face is going to have a lot of visual interest, and the other side will just be like, so it's something for everybody. Be like, yeah, bam, oh, yeah, it's gonna be one of those. I really love this brush for this. I got a paint pot right there. That paint pot, y'all, don't move. Making sure I'm not missing comments. Well, thankfully, it's not Joe's Thursday. So we're gonna leave this like this, I say, as I mess with it. Just bringing this up a little bit higher right here. I like that better. I like that. The thing also with these troll play looks, it takes so long to do. Y'all about to find out. Like it takes, because it's a lot of a little bit of stuff. And nowhere near like what Kay does, but I'm sure Kay can testify. Like it takes a long time. It's like a lot of little things to do, a lot of little steps. This is the gray one. This is Midnight Snack. Do I want to go that dark? Let's just see. So this is Midnight Snack. Because I don't want it to look black. That don't look black. Because the other side is black. I don't want it to look black. And I am going lighter than the other side. I think we're just going to leave this one just like this. This will probably be the easiest thing we do all night. Probably. Y'all know I want to wing it, but I don't want to. Let me think on that. Maybe I'll forget by the time we get back to it. So, I'm thinking. This is me thinking. Take this again with that brown. Is that the brown? No, it was gray. And that white. We didn't use the white for down here. We used this gray right here. So we're just mixing, excuse me, just mixing up stuff right now. I want to kind of put this on an angle. Going back to that grayish tone. Okay. So now we're going to, I want to go ahead and do, I'm glad you're live. I'm watching while I get ready. Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, we be pulling double duty. We got to get the minutes where we can. Y'all, that shimmer, I know y'all probably see it. I don't want YouTube to take this down. Y'all see all this shimmer? That's that white shade that, well, looks white, but it's not. I just now looked and was like, what the hell? In the mirror over here, I look like I'm glistening to the gods. Like, that was not even intentional. Y'all, that don't make no sense. The hell? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put some black dots on this side. It's haphazard. And that might be kind of all we're going to do for spots over here. We'll see. I'm going to do something else over top of that. And it might be from that oil paint palette. Or we're going to take Contemplative State. That was, oh, that was a Sigma. Wait a minute. This is a no number brush. It's no letter, no number on here. I really like that. We're going to take a, this is a, wait a minute. This is a lethal brush. It's not the same because the lethal has the black handle and it has the lethal symbol on it. This is nothing. I don't know what that is, but I do like that brush. We're going to take Contemplative State on this brush. And we're just going to outline part of where the black mark is. Thank you, Michelle. And I was hoping you would like it because this is your request. So this is your look. Oh, that's nice. I've been catching myself off guard. I know I got quiet again. Thank you, Michelle, for this request. This I can't hardly see because I really don't know Well, you know what? I kind of think I wouldn't have circled back to do a cheetah look because I already did it. Even though this one is different than that one. I am going to have a troll play. I am going to have a troll play segment on my website. Of course, it'll be mostly my looks, and people say don't be putting yourself all over your website, but who gonna let me just play with their face and do all this random shit? As this is drying, it's getting lighter. Ooh, you know what we're gonna do now? We're gonna take another brush. How many of these do I have? I'm gonna take this brush and, excuse me for the glare, we're gonna take this shade. And we're going to tap on top of it. I could have used a different brush for this. I'm gonna wipe this off because I have a feeling I'm gonna need this shape brush later. So we're wiping that off and we're gonna set that aside. So thankfully that was powder. And we're going to our new Sigma brush. We're gonna take the new Sigma brush. What shade was I using? This one? So we're just gonna tap on top of it. Just to give it a little bit more dimension. Okay, how long does it take you to prepare for your lives? Oh, I like that. And it does give it like another dimension. Y'all, it's making it look like it's 3D. Yo, I really like this palette. But damn, all the glowiness and stuff, 2 hours. Ooh, 2 hours to prepare? I don't think I've caught any of yours in the beginning. Like, do you start with a clean face, or do you do like your base face and then online? Well, no, because then you do your like your contouring and stuff in your live. It kind of look like some type of chicken pox or polio, but I'm just kind of like, what the hell? Y'all, this whole area, well, actually, this whole area, that was this shade right here. And I could tell because it's different colors. It's not just a straight white or a brownish gray or that charcoal gray. Oh, what the hell? All right, we're going to move over to, so for the most part, I do want to do something else. We're going to take a MAC 210 brush, nice and frayed. And we're going to take fluid line and dip down. Is it brown? I remember this little girl came on and Kay was like, sweetie, how old are you? So, yeah, because sometimes it's like, you know, I don't want to restrict my channel because it's annoying to those of us who are adults, because it'll be like, it'll say put in your birth year or something, some kind of way it confirms like you're old enough to be there, and it's annoying for people who are old enough to be there. And so I don't want to do that. Heather had did that once, but I do have my channel saying it's not for kids. But if they were to click to watch it, they would still be able to watch it. Versus if I restrict it. Now my Miss Dion on FET channel, that one is restricted because that's like for real adult stuff, some of which we kind of talked about the other day, and Locke was like, I'm learning. So that one is restricted. And Heather had did that not knowing it was going to do what it did. And so when I clicked to watch the video, it asked me something, and I said, oh, she must have restricted her channel. Well, that video, and I mentioned it to her. She was like, oh, maybe because, she said, maybe that happened because of such and such. And so I think she went back and changed it. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't want to do that. Because if I did that, whatever video I did that on, it would ask you questions and you would have to answer it, and it would verify if you're old enough to be here. But now YouTube is doing some new thing, some age verification thing or something that people are just like annoyed about. YouTube is always doing something. How about giving us, you know, more AdSense? Because they take 30% of AdSense we make. They take 30% of any super chats or gifts. And I don't complain because they give us this platform for free. You know what I mean? And how long was I doing videos before I was monetized? And so why I get pissy now that they take 30%? You know what I'm saying? And that's why some people have Patreon. And I do have my other ways I accept money down below, because some people are like, I want you to get all of it. Like some people told me that I want you to get all of it. I don't want you just to get 70%. And so that's why quite a few content creators do have other links in their description box. This is more of that NYX liner. I think we're more or less done on this side, but I want to run a line under here because I'm not quite really liking that for some reason. This is dipped down as a brown. I'm not really liking how this is looking. So we're just going to fuck around with it until I'm like, okay, y'all could deal with that. And I think because it's so white and then it just stops and then you have the gray. Well, that shimmer, whatever that is. I think that's what it is. That's kind of throwing me off. I think when I be doing clients' faces, I'll do something, then I'll be like, and they'll be like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to think of what else to do. And so that's kind of how I feel right now. I'm just looking at it like, what else do I want to do? We're going to put that same gray. Oh, I looked, and actually calculating my numbers, it is 30% for me anyway. And that comes off of, this is that same shimmer. And that's for even like memberships. Like my membership is $2.99. I earn $2.10. That's 30%. And when I get gifts, when I calculate it, like if somebody does, you know, $20 super chat, when I calculate it, what I get is 30%. If it is supposed to be more than that, don't let them know they're only taking 30% from me. But yeah, for me, it's 30%. I do like that a lot better. All right, we're going to get to the shade. So this side of the face, I think I want to put white around some of these because it just looks like little rocks. But let's just do the other side of the face and then come back to it and just see if I'm satisfied or not. So the first thing we did, I need more of these brushes, but I don't have more of those brushes. I got this one. This is stiff. I don't really, thank you, Janessa. This is a Sigma brush. I think it was free gift with purchase. This shit is coarse. I do like it for just blending out eye primer because you just swipe it, but this shit is coarse. We're gonna take this light brown. I swear it looks like tan in person. I'm gonna take this shade. Thank you, Janessa. And we are going to start up here. Oh Lord, it's just not showing up. I don't think so. I will say, the way I'm doing this is powdery. But I am just, make sure to get back here. This is more of a gray than whatever I think it is. But it looks, whatever that color is, almost looks like my skin tone. Yo, that girl is your skin tone. Whatever. Then we're gonna take that, I'm gonna take that brown. This was one of my first troll plays, and I was just like, wow, like I really liked it. I was just fucking around. And I was like, wow. I'm like, let me just play with shading just to see what would happen. And that look is what happened, and I really liked it. Really liked it. Ooh, ooh. Oh, suck it, suck it. I gotta do it right. Oh, suck it now. I'm gonna soften this line a little bit right here. Not really liking this right here. But we are gonna put more stuff there, so it will be alright. It's like when you first touch down, it just kind of stays. So I gotta remember to just swipe to have like some kind of color consistency. All right, let me put that. I did put more on here, so let's just do this and get this off the brush. I'm gonna turn it around in circles. I apologize for being so quiet, y'all. I know I'm usually yakking. Did I not put shadow on the brush? Oh, this takes so long. I think when I did this before, it took me like 2.5 hours. We're going to wipe that brush off. We're going to use the same brush. It's very cool, but we see it. Yeah, we're going to do the black now. I want a thinner brush for the black, but I need a fluffy one. We're going to take one of these Sigma brushes. And we're going to go on the outside of that brown. So we're just having like gradients of color. What I could do is just sit the damn palette down. I really be thinking it can't get any better than she does. I still don't see Cheetah for sure, but if you say this is Cheetah, yeah, when you verified it was this side, I was just like, that side of the face? You were like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Yeah, that was my first, if I'm not mistaken, my first role play. And I was like, wow, that's really nice. Really nice. Okay, y'all. She says this is Cheetah. What do y'all think? And y'all know my perception of stuff is different. But do y'all see Cheetah? So this is just giving us a gradient of color with that brown and that grayish taupey, whatever shade. Because for me, like, Cheetah has spots. Like, these are lines. And I think that's what's kind of had me like, is it really Cheetah? But if you say it is, it is. This is your look. I'm just glad you like it. And I'm quiet, y'all. This is what I need my big sis here. He's talking and saying stuff. If I did, I forgot about it. I don't really watch, I guess, action movies. Like, I know there's debates over Marvel or DC Comics, and I'm like, I really don't watch both. I mean, either one. And so, no. But have any of you in here, have y'all watched it? Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going to go back to that gray. What we're going to do, actually, we're going to go. Sean says spots are too small, and that's why she doesn't see. Okay, Sean. I just don't like how sometimes it looks patchy. We are going to take this brush. I'm going to bring this down here to my little pudge. It's over there. We're going to go back to that brown. I'm going to put that down here. Just to give a little bit of a gradient. Not much, but just a little something, something. A little something, something. We're going to take that bright ass shimmer color. This shit is ridiculous. We're actually going to use another one of those Eason brushes. Oh, thank you, Sean. We're going to take that shimmer. I kind of don't want to do this yet. And we're just going to just put that just in random places. Because you don't see it unless the light hits it. Just like with this. It's like, it ain't nothing there. Then it's like, holy cow. Like, what the fuck? And because it's so far over, it might not be that noticeable anyway. And we're not putting a lot like we did for the highlighter and for the eye. I feel like I need to hiccup or belch or something. We're going to put a color in here. Or not. I think we're going to put a shimmer in there. That's what we're going to do. Ow, excuse me. We're going to take a clean one of these. And we're going to take this shimmer, this dark gray, smoke gray shimmer. He's like an intergalactic living tree person. I know, yeah, Groot. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Excuse me. I have seen that. I forgot though. He had a funny little character. Because which other character was the only one that ever knew what Groot was saying? Wasn't it just like one other character that would know what Groot is saying? Or am I just making stuff up again? Am I having faulty memories? You're not going to see Cheetah because they're leopard spots, said Sean. Oh, Sean is watching on his account. What? Welcome to the Crazy Troll Nation, dude. The raccoon, yes, yeah. Yeah, I guess I did see it, huh? Because I remember these little tidbits. Yeah, the raccoon was the only one that knew what Groot was saying. I thought that was so funny. Like, what the hell? This is that charcoal shimmer. So it's not doing much, just giving it not even much shine. That is okay. Yeah, we're going to get to the spots. I want to put something on my skin in between here, but then part of me is like, but I need to do something. This right here is too bare. I don't know why I look, because I know that paint pot ain't moving. Kay says she is Groot. Thank you, Janet. I don't know who said what, but thank you. Janet's like, let me get this before she curse somebody else. Woo! She's like, let me hurry up. We're gonna take this light shade right here. We're gonna see what that does. 'Cause this is just too bare. Like, it's just like nothing going on up here, and this still ain't nothing going on up here. There still ain't nothing going on. I mean, it doesn't. Oh, if I pack it, it looks like a little something. Oh, thank you, Janessa. And I'm so busy trying to hurry up and get this done that I'd be missing. I'm not really as. I like this better because I can see something, especially if I put it over top of a color, because then it kind of fades it a little bit. But I don't really want to put a dark brown here. I just don't want to see like my bare skin. Even though my skin is gorgeous. Hello, us trolls are amazing. I'll be sneezing later. Like, why am I sneezing? Oh, because you got eyeshadow in your nose. That's why you're sneezing. Michelle, do you want a two-tone lip? One side black, one side brown? Since we just have like kind of plain over here and we have all this other stuff over here. You want me to do that? Brown on this side and black on that side. And if we do whatever we do over here, also if you're not already subscribed to my wife, to give her a channel review. Yes, Sean. Kay does videos. How about this? I think it will allow links. How about all of you who do content, whether here or, because I know Janet's on you on Instagram, feel free, like put your links in the description box so that way, you know, they can just click over and subscribe or follow. So let's do that because I don't want to forget anybody. Whiskers? Did I do whiskers? Okay. We'll do whiskers. Is this the one I use for the black? We're going to put black on upper lash line over here. I don't want the lid to fall. Oh, my thick thighs caught it. Because me trying to bend over ain't pretty. What about the whiskers? Okay, we're going to do more. We have a lot more to do over here. We will, but if for some reason I forget, remind me, please. This brush is dry from the paint pot drying on it. No, this paint pot ain't no joke. I wonder if this is a brush from the kit, because I don't know where the hell this brush is from. I really don't. I'm sure I'm coming in here and taking over my chat. Oh gosh. I usually don't do a peak like this because my eyes tear and it's not going to stay long if I do one. We're going to just put a little tiny one. She does not hate you. She does not. Whew. There is no way she hates you. She want to have 7 more babies with you. I told her why not 8 and just go for a dozen. Why 11 kids? Go for 12. Or 13 and says a baker's dozen. Yeah, I did tell her that, Sean. Go for a baker's dozen. Unless the number 11 is significant for reasons that I'm not aware of, which I don't need to be because that's y'all business. If y'all, what kids y'all want. What's on my lower lash line over here? I know it's not this one. It might be this one. Yeah, Michelle's his wife. He knows she don't hate him. Okay, he just acting up. He just acting up. Also, do you want the two-tone lip, Michelle? And also, I'm thinking white mascara for over here, but I don't know if that's going to be Cheetah or not. But we are going to do a lot more stuff. Thank you, Kay. Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything, because that's his wife. He knows she don't hate him. And if you ever watch one of her videos, she looks at him like she's 1,000% enthralled with that man. Enthralled with that man. All right, I'm gonna do the lip before I forget. Do the lip before I forget. Okay, let me calm down. Where's my black one, which is my favorite? Right here, I think. Yep. So we're gonna do Notoriously Morbid on this side. I'm gonna be extra today. As if all this ain't extra. This is a Caviar Max lip liner. I'm gonna put it on this side. I do really like this. I was surprised. And for the other side, we're gonna put Tang chocolate chip. You do be looking at him like that, Michelle. You really do. And that's really cool. I mean, like, that's your dude. Like, if you looked at him and be like, okay, I'd be like, excuse me, y'all might need therapy. But you'd be like, and then you'd be going closer, and then he'll just look at you and be like, and then he'll go back to whatever he was saying. I'd be like, okay, give her a little attention. Like, okay, like she's like all up in your girl, staring at you with googly eyes. And it's refreshing to see, y'all, because this day and age, some married couples be like, me and my girlfriend's going on vacation. Oh, he's going away for the weekend with his boys. Like, they don't even be hanging out with their person. And so this is chocolate chip Tang from Dose of Colors. Her collab, no longer available. I do have a backup though. I'll open it and it'll be ranked because I had it so long. Probably, hope not, but. And Michelle, maybe for this side, maybe put, maybe this one, because that won't show up much, just to give it some sparkle. Just have something else over here. I'm gonna put the brown over here. Kay was like, don't come over here with no mess. Ain't no hate here. I appreciate that, Kay. Okay, so this is the brown. Did y'all see my post today what Sneaky Janessa did? I wanted that orange lipstick, and he said it was only on his website. And so I already knew, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to place an order from his website. But when I swatched in the store, Van Gogh red, on me it looked kind of like an orange red. And I'm like, damn, like what does the orange look like if this is looking orange to me? And Janessa was like, yeah, I don't get it because that one is orange enough. Like an hour later, excuse me, she sent me a screenshot of confirmation that they're sending me the orange one. I'm like, because she was just like, yeah, you don't need to get that because that one's orange enough. You don't need. And here she is that ordered the darn thing for me. That came yesterday, y'all. It is so freaking pretty. Oh my God. And I told her I'll probably use it with a black lip liner because I think I used the brown for the Van Gogh red or whatever. I don't remember what color I used. Because if it's brighter than that, which I have a feeling it is, because he did say it's an orange. Van Gogh red is, he says it's a red. So I'm just like, oh my God. Van Gogh red on me was just like, and I was like, oh shit. So I'll probably use a black lip liner with that. I'm gonna try it on its own first, of course. Ooh, I love this lip. Janessa or Janet? Yeah, I did. With the Van Gogh red, I used the, all right, I'll do this one because I don't even feel like, doing that. So, white over here on the bottom. We're going to put black up top. Thank you, Janessa. I removed him and then Janessa hit him. Okay. Somebody came in my live on Tuesday. It said Joe something was his name. And they wrote a comment like, no matter how much you put on, it always gets crusty or cakey, something. And I'm like, so I was like, Joe, what are you talking about? And I'm like, no, it's a legit question. Like, what are you talking about? And then he said, the makeup dimwit. I put, if I'm such a dimwit, why the fuck are you watching my channel, huh? And then I said, you know what, Joe? We're going to get rid of you. So I pushed buttons and got rid of him. And then Janet hit him. And I was like, damn, like I really said that. Because I've never like cursed at a person in the chat before. Nina was like, you said that with your whole chest. I'm still kind of in disbelief that I did it. White underneath, Michelle. And I do curse in conversation. Oh, you did say it, but I don't curse at people particularly. I'm going to do white, Michelle, because I don't know what you're saying. And I'm feeling like a white over here. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, like I really did that. Like that was just like so smooth. And I wasn't even mad. I was just like, make it make sense. Why the fuck are you watching me if I'm a dimwit? I should have been like, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? But I was just like, the fuck are you? I'm still just like, damn, I really did that. Because even when I'm mad at someone, like in real life, face to face, I don't curse at people. I don't call people names. I will curse in conversation, but I wouldn't be like, hey, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? Like, I would never do that. You know what I mean? And so for me to say that to that person, I was just like, oh my God. Like after the fact, I was like, did I really just do that? I was like, oh my God. The thing with this being white is that it does just lead into the white that's underneath. And I always say reconnect them. We must be at almost 2 hours. Every time we get to like 158 or 154, it'll spin again. I do that all the time. You're an adult. Just don't be hateful. Everything else is fair game. I was really just like, did I just say that? I was like, oh my God. I still want to do, you know what we're going to do? Instead of putting more colors, we're going to do the spots. Because this is, even though we put that taupe color there, which doesn't really show up on me, I just want more stuff there. This side is done. This side I like. We are going to tap that smoky gray, because it's not going to show up much. It's just going to give it, I don't know what it's going to give. I was going to say a little bit of shine, but yeah, it did. And then after the lip, this side will be done. And then we'll finish the other side. Do our spots. Do our whiskers. And I think we're just going to leave this, the black side, just like it is. I like that. Ooh. I like that. Thanks again, Michelle, for this request. The easiest one will be the Notoriously Morbid Rusted Essence 3, because that's just my look with my eyeshadow palette. But this, I really enjoy, this is what I call troll play, as y'all know. I do really enjoy doing these, because it's like, what else can I do? What's it going to look like? Yeah. Okay, so I'm seeing a gap right here. Is this the one that had the black? This is the one that, let's do the brush that had the black shadow on it and put more black, because I see like a gap right here that I'm probably the only one seeing it. That was that black shadow. We're going to do spots. You know what I'm thinking now? Like, not to use that palette, but yeah, I'm not going to use that oil-based palette. We're not going to do that. I kind of want to put a line right here, but then I don't. Yeah, let's not. I feel like I'm about to approach the Team Too Much line, because I'm looking and I want to do so many things, and like everything doesn't need to be done. So let's do our spots. What did we do first? We used the MAC black paint pot. And so we're gonna, okay, Janessa, thanks for being here. You'll catch me later. Well, I'll catch you later. Where am I gonna put these little dots? Because I think before I put a line underneath, but I used the paint pot, and I don't like how those feel. Ow, excuse me for shaking, y'all. Trying to get it off, because I'm paint pot drawing, no joke. Thank you, Janessa. We'll be chatting later, I'm sure. I know I got quiet, y'all. Like thinking of more and more stuff. Okay. Like, girl, why are you trying to get it symmetrical when each side of your face is completely different than the other side? Whatever. Where's the brush that had the black? Here it is. This is Paint Pot and Black Mirror. So we're just going to do our spots. Do I want to... That is not a spot. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm trying to think. If I want to do stuff on my forehead. Because I feel like we are doing a whole lot of stuff. I know I got quiet again, y'all. This look is seriously dreaming. You're welcome. Thank you for the request. Because I'm doing this because of you. I am doing this because of you. You requested it and I aim to please. I aim to please. Because y'all are important to me. I mean, all of you are. But there's definitely a soft spot for the members. You know what I mean? And it's like, this is a perk for y'all. So if you request something, I'm going to do my best to do something that I hope at least that the requester likes. And so I do take this seriously, is what I'm saying. Do I got polio? I really want to choose a red and purple palette for tomorrow, but I know I'm wearing blue. So what, Janet? We trolls. We wear what we want. You can wear something, the different color eyeshadow than your clothes. I do that all the time. Well, you know what, now it's kind of irrelevant because I'm wearing black a lot now. But even before that, we're going to take Contemplative State again. Yo, this is hard on this brush. These paint pots and these fluid lines ain't no joke. Like, for real. Maybe I'll get a different brush, because this is, or not. Oh, shoot. I've been here 2 hours, y'all. Go ahead and mix it up, Janet. Somebody say something negative, send them my way. I'll take care of them for you. I got your back, girl. Got your back. Don't pay them not so good trolls. No, never mind, as the old folk would say. I think I put too many spots on my face. That's what I think. Do cheetahs have this many spots? Like, for real? Man, I'm just like, just going ham here. In some places, it's not showing up where that shadow barely showed up on my skin. That is so funny. In some places, Contemplative State is my skin tone, and then in some places, it's not. On my lids, you can see it. I mean, on my lid, you can't see it, but as you get closer to my brow bone, it looks more and more mustard. And so this is one of those colors that's like, we'll show it where we want to, and not show it where we don't want to. And I'm like, okay. Can't really argue with the makeup because it is what it is. I think I'm gonna take that white. That white NYX liner instead of fooling with that white paint, which is really pretty, by the way. I gotta get my kitty's bed. Okay, Michelle, thank you so much. I'm gonna turn this fan on. I'm getting warm over here. I can say I've never done anything like this before. And actually, most of my troll, actually all of my troll play looks, I've never done anything like it before. Did we get them all? Yes. So I'm debating on whether to do use this or that white oil paint. Let's see what this does. Yeah, let's just do this. Just to give it another added dimension to it. You know what, I could have put that this shadow on it that got everywhere. And I still need to do whiskers. Surprised I remembered that. I know I got quiet, y'all. I apologize. This is intense, y'all. If you actually painted like your entire face and trying to be strategic with it, not like when I was using the water paints or those blue squid paints Janessa sent me where I'm like, oh, let's just put stuff on the face. Like trying to be intentional, this is intense. It's an intense process for me anyway. And I put all these darn dots. So I gotta put something around each dot. This pencil's working out well for this. Alright. Oh my. I think this is too much of a straight line. The ones that's right here. Because we know spots don't be in a straight line. We're going to take actually this shade with this brush. What shade did I say? Did I say this shade? Did I say this shade? Let's take this shade. Just to give it a little shine without too much color on top of the spots. I like how that looks. Just gives it like another dimension without being like too much, in my opinion. Somebody will look at this and be like, girl, what the fuck is that? And I'll be like, mind your business. Why are you here? You complaining? I still can't believe I did that. Well, I can, but it's just like, oh my gosh. Like, I really... Wow. I just went smooth off. And when I am upset, I don't curse at people. Because I will hurt somebody's feelings to the point where they'll feel like they want to be unalived. Like, seriously. And I used to be that way. Like, when I would go off, it wasn't no stopping me. And I don't like to speak from an angry place. I really don't. And so with that, though, I wasn't even mad. I was just like, make it make sense. Like, why are you here then? But, and when I am, like, really upset at a person in particular, I usually just end up walking away. I'll be like, and I'll just walk away. Because I know if I open my mouth, I might get restrained. They might give me a shot of sedative in my ass. I'm telling y'all, I used to be, I do not want to go there anymore. And that was more so like in my teens, in my early 20s. But yeah, it was not good. People didn't fuck with me after that, but still, it's like, do you want that kind of reputation? Like what they say, would you rather be feared or be respected? And the answer was, I'd rather be respected. So this just looks like a bunch of marks. And this is looking bare down here. We're gonna take the black. No, we're not. We're gonna take the gray. This had the gray on it from this eyebrow. I like our little double wingdings. This is Midnight Snack. Girl, you know that gray ain't gonna show up over a black. Mind your business. Like, I don't even know why. I don't even know why I thought to do that. Which way do whiskers go? They just go out, or do they curve? Or they just go like straight? Or do they curve up? How do whiskers go? Somebody let me know which way whiskers go before I start doing whiskers. Because I kind of think they go up. But then just like the Grinch, the smile goes down and the smile goes up and I made him go down. So I do stuff different anyway. Which way do whiskers go? I don't know if this is it, Michelle. I don't know if she left, but... These is going to be our whiskers. My dogs go out and down. I'm a cheetah, Janet. I'm a cheetah. See, every time I touch that spot, it's like sore, like right here. And I don't know why. They go out and down, where they're not going to come. So the top one is so... I don't know how to do the whiskers under my nose. Just come like down. I really don't know. Damn it. I'm just glad I didn't forget because she was like, whiskers. Because whiskers come out of the nose, right? Like, I really don't know. I really don't know. Oh, I like that. I like that. Now I'm wishing we didn't put these here because then it just would have been like this half of the face. I like that. I'll put that in between. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I made it too thick. I'm gonna make these a little bit thicker because I made that one too thick. Mostly not. I like it. Should we put some of that glitter on top of it? Not the glitter, well. We're gonna take this one. This one. What? Here's a question. This is Makeup by Mario's palette. What do you think he would think seeing me do this with his palette? It's like, girl, that is not what I intended that for. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad we didn't use that white one. This is that white one that shows up blue. What do y'all think he would think if he saw this? Like, she just ruined my palette. This is not the kind of makeup he does at all. I like that. Mostly not. Now, y'all, we are almost done singing. Y'all like, girl, thankfully. I appreciate y'all being here because we've been here like a long time. Long time is relative. Some occasions be like 6 hours. I'll be like, dang. He would be thrilled, says Janet. Aw. I like this. I do think these are too straight. I put them in a straight line. So that's the only thing where I'm kind of like, But like everything else. I don't like that straight line. And y'all like, girl, you done did enough. Like, leave your face alone. All right, I'm about to approach Team too much. I could feel it because now I'm just like, yeah, because I just said I really like it. Now I'm doing more shit. You know what I mean? Maybe he'll post on Instagram. Who will post on Instagram? Oh, makeup by Mario. He'll see this and be like, I ain't gonna post this on makeup on Instagram, and I'm gonna tag him. See what he said. He ain't gonna say nothing. He might hide me from his page. What the hell? You put maybe he'll repost it. That would be something. Y'all, I was over the friggin' moon when Hung Vango like hearted my thing. And I posted it on my community tab. Excuse me, I keep shaking y'all. I keep hitting the table by accident. I was like, he hearted my thing. I was like, oh my gosh. I was fangirling. I was like, ooh. That made my day, y'all. I was so excited. I do like that better because it don't look so... None of this is so anything, but y'all know what I mean, I think. I think y'all know what I mean. Y'all speak troll. Where's the brush? This is the brush. So the thing with all of this is just layering. Placing and layering. I need to cut my hair. I just thought of that. Maybe I'll cut my hair and then wipe my face down and then get in the shower and wash everything off. So I want to say this looks bare, but it doesn't. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not doing anything else. I do think Cheetahs have less spots, but then Sean says they have a lot. They're just light and they're all close together. I do like the shading that we did. I like this. I love what I call split face. One side is different than the other side. I do like how we connected the nose this time. I do like that. I like that this is simple, but it's still something. It's not just a bare face. Because some of the pictures I saw, it was just a bare half, and then the other half had a lot of stuff. But I don't want to just have nothing. I do like the double wing. I'm glad we put the little spots there, which we put here. So the only things that are the same is the spots in the eye and the little extra wing, and even the brows are different. This stops here, this comes further, and then we got all of that. I do really like that. I like the shading, the dimension that we did using different colors, and also that shimmer. Part of me is like, put a shimmer here, but I'm not, because we're about to go into, no, you cannot ask the weird question, Sully. No, you cannot. Like, seriously, I'm being serious. Like, no, you cannot. But I am really digging the look. Michelle, I hope you like the other stuff that I did. Hope you like the whiskers. I'm trying to see where you can see them, because since I put that shimmer on it. All right, I'm gonna get rid of you because I just told you no. And you want to ask again. Oh, and then she says it's beautiful. Preparing for Halloween. Oh, my bad. Sorry. A member request. Members on my channel. Odd and weird here are the same thing. So please forgive me. My members, I do have a channel membership. Members get to make a request. That's one of their many perks. And one of my members requested this look. And so we did this look. And so you want to see my makeup? I got a lot of videos on my channel and a lot of playlists on my channel. So do subscribe and just go and head on over and watch all of those. And so this is what we have, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and do pictures. You know what, I'm not gonna do pictures. I'm gonna do pictures afterwards, but this is what this is looking like. And then you have the other side with all the print. I do think this is bare, this line down here, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not doing anything else. And so thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you hanging in here with me. This was a long time. And I'm not gonna get rid of you. Yeah, but do subscribe and look through. I forgot mascara over here. Yeah, I have hundreds of videos on my channel, so feel free to watch those, to look at those. Let me see your name again. Sully1214. I do live streams every Monday and Thursday, sometimes on Tuesdays as well. And I also have videos that go up during the week, and so there's always something for you to see here if you want to see like my makeup. But do browse through my playlist, because there's a lot of stuff to see. If you're newer to makeup, I do have a beginner's how-to playlist, so that might be helpful if you're a beginner. And even if you're not, it might be something interesting to hear or to see. And so this is the look, y'all. Appreciate everybody. We'll be back here Monday. Don't forget what I told y'all earlier about the Pinsy stuff. And I had a lot of fun doing this. I appreciate all of you giving my time and showing up. And you will see me next time. As always, self-acceptance and self-love. That is the crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you'll see me soon. Bye.